Welcome to Bop It Blast Review / Tutorial, created and produced by Riley Yu. Hello guys, this is Riley, and I'm back with another video. So today we are going to do a review on the Bop It Blast. Now this is a Bop It Blast that I got over 2 weeks ago now, 17 days to be exact. So yeah, and I just I haven't been able to do a review on it because I've been busy with a lot of stuff, and I don't get to use this Bop It so often because I've been busy with homework and everything. Because I'm a junior high student. This review is basically for anybody, no matter what situation. So it can be for, like you might be planning to get a Bop It Blast and you just want to prepare for what you just want to prepare for what you need. Or it could be that, it could be that you already have a Bop It Blast, but you're not sure how to use it and you don't have an instruction manual for it. And then you ask me for a tutorial because I'm free to help anybody. So when I first got this Bop It Blast, I had to learn from other people by watching reviews on YouTube. But then now I'm confident enough to do a review of my own so that I can teach other people and give them the knowledge of how to use a Bop It, such as this one, the Bop It Blast. So the first part is going to be, this tutorial is going to have 2 parts. The first part is going to be the physical description of your Bop It Blast, and the second part is going to be the Bop It Blast features that you might need to know before you play your Bop It Blast. So, without further ado, let's get started. Part 1. Physical description of Bop It Blast. So I have my Bop It Blast up here. And I just want to show you the physical description first before we get into the second part, which will be the features. So the Bop It Blast is basically a circle with 2 arms on the side. The circle is what I call the head, or the body. Well, because it kind of looks like a head, but then in the same way, it's the body of the Bop It. And then on the side, there are 2 arms, which move up and down like levers, like this. So this is a circle with 2 arms. The left short arm contains 2 buttons on the side, a small button on the top, and a larger button on the bottom. And then the right longer arm, and the bottom of the left arm contains the pullet. And the right longer arm is totally plain, and it contains a twist it. And the Bop It buttons are in the middle of the circle. So you have 1 Bop It button here, and there's 1 Bop It button here. And the pullet is blue, the twist it is green, and one of the Bop It sides represents green and the other side represents blue. And the speaker is attached to the blue Bop It. So I have the green Bop It facing me right now. If I turn it around, the blue Bop It would be over here. So then the speaker is on the blue Bop It button, which is, according to how I hold my Bop It Blast, on the back. And you can see, on my Bop It Blast, the blue button here is kind of stiff, while the green Bop It kind of works well. And it's always been like that ever since I had it anyway, so. And you can find the battery doors on the side, on the inner side of the arms, and you can tell because there are two screws. One screw, so the shorter arm side contains only one battery, and then the longer arm side contains a double layer, which basically means two batteries on top of each other. So to remove the battery doors, you have to use a Phillips head screwdriver, and you have to unscrew both screws because there's two battery compartments, and then you open them both. You put all the batteries in, and then when you're done, you close it up and screw it back on. It's very simple. And you see, and as you can see, the arms on this ball pit are kind of transparent. That's because inside this ball pit there is a light bulb, which is used for a light bulb. And in order for a light bulb to work, the lights have to be able to flash from input to input, but because they're inside, they kind of have to flash through the arms. So the light can actually travel through the arm, and the light can actually travel through the arm. So then when you play light bulb, it flashes on an input. It can actually flash on an input, and then you can actually see through it because the arms are transparent. Yeah, so that's everything for the physical description. Now let's move on to the features of Bop It Blast. So, part 2, Bop It Blast features. So, Bop It Blast was an upgrade from the Bop It Extreme 2, but it's kind of like a downgrade as well for two reasons. First of all, it only has Bop It, Twist It, and Pull It. There's no Flick It and Spin It. And second of all, it doesn't really say any comments when you lose, just like Bop It Extreme and Bop It Extreme 2 does. So those are some of the downgrades that I think. But other than that, they're upgrades. And and this game was copyrighted in 2005. So basically the year, and so basically like 3 years after. Oh yeah, and by the way, before I move on, one thing I forgot is that these arms are actually adjustable. So these arms, they fold so they look in different positions. So when I have them folded in, it kind of looks like a human or a person. It kind of looks like a person because there's this body, and then these could be the two legs of the person, and then you could imagine a person standing. If I have it folded out, then it kind of looks like an original Bop It, and it doesn't look that creepy. And then in the positions in between, so in the second position, it looks like a more extended version of a human, and then in the third position, it kind of looks like a smaller version of the original Bop It. So let's continue. So I was saying Bop It Blast was copyrighted and it came out in 2005. So 3 years after I was born, because I was born in 2002. The same year the Bop It Extreme 2 came out, and of course the Bop It Original 2002. So I'll show you each of the functions. So the Pull It functions as a voice changer like this.
Bop it, bop it, bop it, bop it, bop it, bop it.
So every time I pull it, it goes through the voices. And Bop It Blast has 2 voice chips installed, but it has 3 choices. You have a female voice,
Bop it,
both voices,
bop it,
or the male voice.
bop it.
And and they're voices that are used to call out commands when you play games. And the top button closest to the Bop It, the smaller rounder button, the small round button on the top closest to the Bop It, controls the game, or it's called the G button.
Pass it, one-on-one. Solo, pass it, one-on-one.
And then the bottom button, the bigger, weirder shaped button, controls the mode, or it's called the M button.
Beat bop, box bop, light bop, beat bop, box bop, light bop.
And don't worry, I'll explain to you most of the games. That they are. So let me start with Beat Bop.
Beat bop,
So for those of you who own older Bop-Its, Beat Bop and Vox Bop should be familiar to you. Beat Bop is basically sound effects. And they're musical commands. The musical commands each musical command represents each action you must do. So a bass drum represents bop it. A cranking sound means twist it, and then a slide whistle or an upward whistle means pull it. And so that's Beat Bop.
box bop,
Vox Bop is, again, those of you who own older Bop-Its should be familiar with this. If not, I'll explain. Vox Bop is basically voice commands. So if it says bop it, you have to hit one of these bop it buttons over here. If it says twist it, you have to twist the green knob. And if it says pull it, you have to pull the blue knob. Yeah.
light bop,
And Light Bop, I know most of you don't have Bop It download, I know most of you don't have Bop It download, so I'll explain. Light Bop is pretty simple. It's kind of like Vox Bop. It uses voice commands, but the only difference in Light Bop is that it also uses lights, which I told you about the light bulb inside this Bop It. So basically the rules for Light Bop is that you are only allowed to do a command when the command that's being called out and the light match together. So for example, if it were to say bop it and it lights up for bop it, then you'll fail. Then you can do it. But if it were to say twist it and it lights up on pull it over here, then you don't do it. If you do a command when the light doesn't match it, then you'll fail if you do anything. So that's it for all the modes.
solo, pass it,
So pass it. And I'll explain to you the game. So pass it. Everybody should know pass it. You have it on every single Bop It, of course, except for the non ones. But pass it is eventually, you play like normal. When it says pass it, you pass it on to the next player.
one-on-one,
One-on-one is where one player holds onto this side, one player holds onto this side, and so this side would be the green side, where the twisted is, and then where the pull it is, this side is the blue side. So, and you can only do the commands near you. So the green side would then do twist it, the blue side would do pull it, and then when it says bop it, then both players have to try and bop their side first. And the Bop It would recognize who bopped first by recognizing which Bop It button was to press first. So you could say green or blue. And then whoever gets 10 Bop Its first is the winner.
solo,
And solo is your normal gameplay. You play all by yourself. It's like a one-player game, and you try to get as many points as you can. And the maximum score on Bop It Blast is 500. And I got 500 on 2 out of the 3 modes. I'm still trying to get 500 on Light Bop, but I'll show you the high scores. I'll show you the high scores at the end of the tutorial. I'll show you the high scores at the end of the tutorial. So now I'm gonna do a gameplay of Bop It Blast.
beat bop, box bop, light bop,
So I'm gonna start on Beat Bop and I'll go into Pass
one
It.
solo,
I'll start on Beat Bop solo and go through all 9 modes.
score 16,
to Fox Bop.
Fox Bop, solo. Pull it. Bop it. Twist it. Bop it. Pull it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Pull it. Bop it. Twist it. Bop it. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Bop it. Ah! Score 15. Pass it. Twist it. Pull it. Pull it. Twist it. Pass it. Pull it. Twist it. Bop it. Pull it. Pass it. Bop it. Ah! One-on-one. Pull it. Bop it. Two. Pull it. Bop it. Three. Bop it. Three. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Pull it. Bop it. Blue. Pull it. Pull it. Ah! Blue wins.
Okay, now let's do Light Bop.
Light Bop, solo. Bop it. Pull it. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Pull it. Bop it. Twist it. Twist it. Pull it. Pull it. Ah! Score 10. Pass it. Bop it. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it. Twist it. Pass it. Bop it. Pull it. Pull it. Twist it. Bop it. Twist it. Pass it. Bop it. Ah! One-on-one. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Ah! Blue wins.
Okay, so that's a brief gameplay of one-on-one on Light Bop. So, to wrap up our tutorial, I am going to show you my high scores for my Bop It Blast. I'm going to start on Beat Bop and I'm
Solo.
going to go to solo, and I'll go through all three modes.
High score 500. Fox Bop. High score 500. Light Bop. High score 415.
Yeah, so my Light Bop score is still 415, but I'm trying to get 500 on that. Now, so Bop-Its are really fun, especially this one. I mean, the older Bop-Its are kind of fun with Fox Bop and Beat Bop and everything. You should get one. I recommend all Bop-It models to you. Yeah, I recommend all Bop-It models to you. And because especially this one, because when I first played with Bop It Blast, it was challenging, and it's still challenging. Because you might be thinking, well, you know what? It only has Bop It Twisted Pull It, so this is going to be easy for my child. But no, it actually isn't. The idea of having Bop It Twisted Pull It might be easy, but getting 500 on it is the challenging part. And furthermore, you have three modes that are challenging: Fox Bop, Beat Bop, and Light Bop. And Light Bop is always challenging at the start anyway. So that's why I recommend all Bop-It models to you. The older Bop-Its are more fun because they have Vox Bop and Beat Bop and everything. But, they have Vox Bop and Beat Bop and everything. But otherwise, they're not that bad because, I mean, especially the new ones with Novice, Expert, and Master, they're not that bad either because, they have levels. And, so some newer Bop-Its are fun too. But the older Bop-Its are more fun, and I do recommend all of them to you, or at least get the ones you want. So that wraps up our tutorial. If you liked my video, please give a like. If you like my channel, subscribe, and make sure you leave a comment below or video request. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.